Hey y'all, so welcome to today's Coffee Break Live. We are here to break ground and just connect and talk to one another about all things mental health, self-care, and giving ourselves a break throughout the day. Um, so it's Thursday. We have one more day left of this work week. I don't know about y'all, but my week has gotten hectic over these past few days. Student needs have been up, and this break now more than ever is so important. Um, we had one good day of weather, and then now we're back to the cold and the rain. So I definitely wanted to check in and ask y'all how you are doing. So if you can turn to the chat and tell me how you're feeling today. I know that for myself, I'm struggling a little bit. I went outside and started my morning. Well, once it came time to actually have a breakfast and my tea, I sat outside and actually ate my breakfast and tea, and then the wind started howling. So I definitely wanted to ask you all how you're doing today. So if you write that in the chat, we can get started. And if anyone wants to share out, please feel free to do so. So Taylor shared that she is feeling very mellow, woke up at 11 o'clock. So you've only been up for 2 hours. That is beautiful, quite beautiful and lovely. I've been up since 4 a.m. That's the first student text message I received today. And I've been responding ever since. Sadia is feeling much better. Struggled with waking up this morning, but woke up around 6 and made it to my workout session and excited to release the podcast today. That's so exciting. Make sure you drop the link. Congratulations. That is so exciting. How's everyone else feeling?
So I'm tired today, but we talked about like making habits and 21 days for a habit. So this is day 3 of me waking up at the 6 o'clock time, not to really work out yet, but to work. But I'm trying to get myself in that rhythm of being up so that next week I can start working out at 6 a.m. Because
Yeah.
by 8 p.m., I'm actually very tired, and I thought I could do it at 6 p.m. No.
Mm-mm.
Can't do it, can't make it. So, and
No.
I actually missed being on here for like 3 days. I was like, oh, I missed it for 3 days.
Yes, I sent you a whole message like, we looking for you.
I'm sorry,
I'm
but I'm
glad
back.
you were able to make it. Welcome. And congratulations on waking up and forming that habit first. Sometimes it takes baby steps, and you have to give yourself that time to get into the routine. Kamancia said, I am just excited for the weekend. Yes, weekend. Weekend weather. Just told my family I'm not cooking. Oh, the weekend weather. Is it going to be nice this weekend? Great. So we're back outside because outside in social distancing, outside in your own personal space. I mean, like stay in your yard. Um, just told my family I'm not cooking. We will be ordering out and eating in the backyard. I love it. And Taylor, 70 degrees. That's great. Taylor is going to the park. I did see New Jersey governor just open the parks back up. I'm going to stay and mind my business because I did see somebody writing like where's a great spot to have a picnic, and I don't think that's what he meant when he said open the park back up. And he's going to close it right back because people play. Okay, so thank you all for sharing how you're doing. Like I said, I've been up. Ooh, Sika, it's pretty hot, and last night was calm. Ooh, that is lovely. Can you just send all of the heat that you have there this way so we can have it consistently? Because I would love to consistently get at least 70 degrees, at least. Um, this morning I've been up since 4 o'clock. I did not do my workout because I was steady in a back and forth text trying to figure out how to help said student, and I'm exhausted. Eventually I will get, not eventually, tomorrow I'm gonna do my workout routine, but I'm just gonna allow myself to not, it didn't happen today. And it's okay. We'll be back on tomorrow. I'm gonna hold me accountable, so hopefully y'all do the same. So how are we feeling actually? How's our mood with this, I want to say abrupt, cold, rain, wind day? It's not raining as much in Pennsylvania right now, but it was cold and it got cold real fast, and it was this huge just burst of cool air. Is anybody feeling impacted, affected? down low, anything. So go ahead, Taylor.
I'm not gonna lie, it completely disrupted my productivity. I feel like when it was warm, I was pumped. I was like, oh, let's go outside and let's go for a run. Let's come inside and get the work done. Let's cook. Let's do this. The minute that cold hit, like literally yesterday, I did nothing. I missed my deadline. I was up till 2 in the morning trying to like get that done before my coach woke up. And then it's like, then I couldn't go to sleep because it was just like, it just completely threw me off. So, the heat's on in the apartments today, so I guess like that kind of like it kind of changed my mood a little bit, but that cold like definitely like kind of knocked me to the ground a little bit.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. There's, and I haven't thought about it as far as like April is concerned, when it's raining more often and it makes the air cool. But there's research, of course, about seasonal affective disorder, and people typically associate that with the winter months. But there's also research that says when it's raining more often and more frequently, like April, and I'm glad we're coming out and we're touching into May, but it's been a cold spring, and that definitely has an impact on your mood. So over here, it's been cold and cloudy consistently, with the exception of the couple of days that we had where the sun decided to peek through. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how we deal with that, because it's definitely a thing. At least 9 people, or 9% of people rather, fall into this group where you're impacted by the rain specifically. And sometimes there's a shift in your mood where it becomes more negative, or I don't want to say negative, you feel down, you might feel an increase in loneliness, feelings of sadness, lower self-esteem when it is raining outside. So of course, we know that when there are a change in the serotonin levels, we can experience those feelings of sadness, feelings of depression, things like that. And I wanted to talk about the different things we can do to increase our serotonin levels and make sure that we are kind of diving or being more intentional on that. So I know for myself, on rainy days, and let me know if y'all do this too, but on rainy days, I tend to like to take naps and stay in the bed and mind my business and just Netflix, watch movies all day, something like that, right? But they say that you should actually turn your lights on and do the exact opposite if you want to actually turn your mood around. So how many people take advantage of rainy days and like dive into the bed, go into chill mode, less productive, kind of throw your plans away? I see you thinking. Taylor, you do it. Who else? At least 3, 4 hands, and Tabitha's over there thinking about it.
I am really thinking, because like I feel like my electricity bill is gonna be sky high, because I feel like I keep this light on all the time, so I keep going. So I just really hope it doesn't go higher than what it usually is. But I do find sometimes I go to the couch rather than my chair, and then I get comfortable and I'm like, I can't move. I'm sorry for the rest of my day.
That's real though. That's exactly how it goes, right? So it's funny that you said that about the electricity bill. I've got a notification from PSE&G saying your usage is higher than it normally is. No crap. You know that we're home. Why are you letting me get this notification? Turn it off. Don't stress me. So yes, the couch calls. I like to say the couch is calling my name, right? And that's typically what happens during times like those. It's like, oh, bed, couch, chair. Which one is it? So there's different ways that we can increase our serotonin levels, or which has the effect on improving our mood. Sometimes it's the food that we eat, and we know that there's certain foods that keep those low, depending on what you put in your body, right? Exercising, of course, but sometimes you don't have the energy or motivation to do it. So like you said, Tabitha, turning on a bright light and making sure that you are taking that in a little bit, even if it's not natural light. We know that, the blue lights and everything from being on the computer screens all day are impacting us as well. But if you're at least giving yourself some lighting, it helps you to improve your mood. Taking your vitamins. Is everyone taking vitamins daily? Yes. Sika, no vitamins? No vitamins for you either, Kamansia? Oh my goodness. I've been super intentional about taking my vitamins. It's like, okay, brush your teeth, take your vitamins and your allergy tablet, because I don't know about anybody else. My allergies are kicking my butt right now. But vitamins, making sure that the vitamin D is in my regimen right now, because the sunlight is inconsistent, has been super helpful for me. And trying to figure out ways where you can stretch or give yourself a massage. So there's one stretch that I've been doing to, and then I'll jump in the chat for a second. One stretch that I've been doing to like really loosen up my back as it gets tense. And I don't actually have anything. I'll use this towel. I saw it, somebody recorded a video on Instagram. And I thought I was going to be late for Coffee Break Live today because there was a bee in the house. And that's why this towel is on the floor, because we were trying to kill the bee without stinging it. So you take a towel, a scarf, anything, right? And you stretch, I'm stand up. So you can see. You stretch your arms up, and I thought, no, she's crazy. She's double jointed or something. But you bring your arms all the way back and bring it all the way down and then all the way up. And do it as many times as you want. Hold it as tight as you want. And you literally are like stretching your body. But for me, it cracks my back. I was in a car accident in 2015. And I get tightness up there when I'm stressed. So super helpful if you wanted to add a stretch to your regimen. That's super easy to do. And then being intentional on doing things that you know personally increase your mood. So in the chat, we are talking. Kamantia keeps the shades closed on those days and all the lights on. So that's good. So you're like shutting out the rainy weather that's going on outside. I have a tendency to open the blinds all the time when it's daylight, supposed to be daylight out, but that's a good point and something that you can do differently. Fadia is drinking lemon water in the morning when she wakes up, and variety of lemon water. Can you tell us a little bit about the variety of lemon water and what you mean? And I know you get it from your smoothie and salad. Yes, I want to know more.
So I'm being very like intentional in making sure I stay with my plant-based diet, not vegan, because a lot of people get that confused. So I'm doing a lot, it's more hydrating throughout the day, because I find myself being very sluggish and fatigued because I'm anemic. So I need to get a lot of vitamins. So I do lemon water with cucumber, or I'll do with mint, or I'll do with ginger, I'll do turmeric. So this morning I did lemon with turmeric, but I warmed the water up a little bit. But usually what I do at night, I prep my water. So you can use whatever you want, a glass, like a mason jar. So I fill it up with water, not all the way up, because once you put everything in, it's gonna like get all the top. So I will do half of a cucumber, and then you cut it, you put it in, and then you take the lemon, you cut half, you can do half or you can do the whole thing depending on your on you. And then I squeeze the lemon in there, and then I leave the lemon. I don't just throw it away. I just squeeze the juice out of it and I leave it, and then I leave it overnight. And then in the morning, that's the first thing I drink in the morning. It just helps with a boost of energy. It's detoxifying, and it just gets yourself up in the morning.
Thank you for sharing that with us. What are the key differences between adding the cucumber versus the turmeric versus whatever, the ginger?
Yeah. So with cucumber, usually they say it's like, if you want to get more of like the water part of it, it's like the cucumber gives you that. So like you get all the nutrient inside of it, because once you cook it, you kind of take away those nutrients away. So when you when you use it raw, it's better, because you're getting all the nutrient, all the ingredient in it, because you're letting all that of the nutrient getting out of it into the water. So when you drink the water, what it does is it gets in your system quicker when you're eating it. That's the difference.
Wow.
Because when you're eating like any food that you eat, it takes longer to break down in your system. That's why sometimes, like they say, like after you eat, you need to give yourself time for yourself to digest. But when you drink it, it gets into your bloodstream, it gets into your blood flow like quicker. So that's why I'm like going back to drinking more water and then what I do is I don't eat heavy food in the morning. I wait till like lunchtime. That's when I eat, because then that's when my body needs to break it down. It's more like, it's like they said, a breakfast, you're breaking fast in a way. So the mint, I just love the mint. I love the way it tastes. You're just detoxing yourself. If you're looking for a way to like removing toxin, those are good too. So turmeric is good for it. Ginger is good for it. Actually, I made spring minestrone the other day, and I cook it with ginger. And it actually was good. I never thought you could cook with ginger, and I used it, and it was really, really good. And I can see a difference in my body and my energy. So that's why I do it, like, so I can wake up in the morning, because I have a hard time waking up in the morning. So like, it's hard for me to get out of bed, but I'm forcing myself to get out of bed. So it definitely helped me. So I get all my vitamins, I get all my nutrients in there.
Thank you for sharing. That's really important. One of the and actually a really good practice. One thing that I do for myself as well as for Aiden, really priming him to do it, is drink a full cup of water as soon as I wake up before I do anything else, because it's flushing your body out and things like that. So for him, he's waking up and saying, okay, mommy, I drink my water, then I get my orange juice. Sure. Drink your cup of water first. Okay, my water's done. Can I have my orange juice now? Yes. Have your orange juice.
And also too, with the lemon, it clears out your skin. So that's if you have acne, it's good. And also I'm learning that you can use that as deodorant too, for the lemon. So I haven't tried that yet. Yes, you can use that as a replacement. It helps clear out like the dark spot under your so yeah.
Oh, I did not know that part. Thank you. All of this natural food knowledge, I'm loving it. And you said that you're plant-based, not vegan. What is the key difference? If there was one key difference, what's the key difference?
I love my milk and I love my cheese. I'm not giving that up. So with a vegan, it's mostly like you're cutting out any types of dairy, any egg product, basically. So for me, what I do is I don't drink regular milk anymore. So I do more of a coconut milk. I switched from that to almond, because almond, if I drink it too much, it's too heavy on my chest. So that's why coconut milk is much lighter for me. And I even switched to my yogurt too. I make my own cheese. So sometimes I do use the cheese, depending on what I'm making. But like if I'm making like mac and cheese, I make my own cheese, which is pretty easier. Yeah. So that's like the only difference is like, I'm just not giving up those type of dairy products. I'm not there yet.
I love it. Make sure you do a random talk on that on the podcast so we can hear how you make this cheese. I want to.
Yes, it's actually pretty easy. It's not even that hard to make. You already have the stuff in your house. All you need is cashew, is the main piece, and yeast, and then potatoes and carrots and onions, and then your spices.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I actually, last time I made it, I added coconut milk, but I used like the evaporated milk, not the actual one, the coconut milk one. Well, it depends on what you like. And I added just to lift up the flavor a little bit. And I was like, oh, now I'm gonna add milk because I can see the difference in the taste.
Gotcha.
So, I can share the recipe if you guys want it.
Please do. I'm interested to see it. Let's see. Taylor was saying she does that too in making, or her sister does that too with making the water, lemon and turmeric in the morning. Rainy days remind you of the island. That's a good point. Relaxing. It's nice when you have warm weather with it though. I'll say that much. Tea tree. Kamansia, you were talking about using tea tree. What do you use tea tree for?
As deodorant, because I started using all natural deodorants, and then like it started irritating me. So I started using tea tree, and tea tree actually holds me over, and I see the difference.
Really, just the oil, or
just the oil, tea tree oil, yeah.
Really? Learning something new here in today's coffee break, y'all. I love it. Anyone else have any natural things that you do to increase your mood or in your daily routine? And you're saying you use it straight, so no carrier oil like coconut oil or anything like that. Super. There's some good tips that's just going through here today. So as far as different foods that can help increase your serotonin levels, so we know that low serotonin is what leads you to sadness, depression, things like, well, more depression than sadness, feelings of. So the snacking that can help you, or the foods that you can eat, You have whole wheat bread, turkey, cheese. Those are some things. Oatmeal with a handful of nuts, so getting that protein in. Salmon with some brown rice. You can eat some plums or pineapple with your favorite crackers, and then even pretzel sticks and peanut butter are also able to help you. I definitely am interested in trying the tea tree, and it's funny how much different oils and different things like tea tree. Here's my thought process. Tea tree is good for a lot of things. I used to use a tea tree cleanser, and it cleared my skin so fast. And then of course it helps improve your mood when you're diffusing it. I don't know. Maybe we need to talk a little bit about essential oils and things like that a little bit more, because they each have these different properties. Frankincense is one that I love and never thought I would like the smell of it, but it helps to improve mood overall, like turns everything around. So that is all I have today, y'all. Orange boosts energy, and yes, it does. The sweet orange or the regular one? The sweet one, right? It does.
You use sweet orange or any of the citrus essential oils. You use lemon, and then I think the other one that I use is kumquat. That's what my my doTERRA coach, like, she gave me like a little bottle. She's like, girl, just pop it in your hand before you take the drive. Because I used to, I used to live in New York. I used to have to travel through Brooklyn. And she's like, before you even start the car, put it in your hands, smell it, inhale it, and she's like, it's gonna improve your mood for when you're driving through that traffic.
Oh wow, kumquat! I didn't even know that came in an essential oil. Thank you for sharing. Okay, y'all. So I hope that you all have a wonderful day. We can stay on like we did yesterday if you want to just chat. I'm with it, but that is